What happens when a 30-year veteran of aeronautical design can't get from one point to another in what he considers to be a decent amount of time? Why he designs and builds his own dream airplane, of course. That's exactly what Greensboro's very own Jim Griswold decided to do. You see, he and his wife Helga had families scattered all over the country. They couldn't visit them in a weekend trip. Either the airlines didn't fly there, the schedules were a hassle, and as a pilot, Jim couldn't find an affordable airplane that was fast enough, so he built one.
The romance of aviation is alive and well. Americans can't seem to get enough of those G-forces that pulled Top Gun into a top-grossing movie. But let's face it, for most of us, the reality of aviation means delayed airline flights, long lines, lost luggage, hurry up and wait. Well, enough already. No more. Enter the Venture. It may now be more affordable than ever for the traveler or businessman to own his own airplane. And not just any airplane at that, rather the fastest, sportiest new two-seater to take to the skies.
I guess the best way to describe it is it opens up approximately half of the United States for a weekend trip, out and back.
An idea with a 300-mile-per-hour future has become a reality for Jim Griswold, a 30-year veteran of aeronautical design whose past projects have included the Learjet. As founder of the Greensboro-based Questair Incorporated, Jim has created a George Jetson-like form of transport that comes in a home-built kit. What may look like a flying egg conveniently cruises at 300 miles per hour, capable of traveling 1,000 miles without a pit stop. That's the equivalent to flying from Atlanta to New York in 3 hours. And that means no more catering to airline schedules, which is a businessman's dream. Fulfilling that dream is Jim's job. Creating the fastest, most economical personal aircraft of the age was no easy feat. The Venture earned its name accordingly because Jim says the experience has been one big, wild adventure.
Frankly, you live like an animal. You have no alternative. The only thing you do is work till you can't go anymore. You go home and sleep. You come back immediately and work till you can't work anymore. 7 days a week for 3 years.
And the evolution of Venture has not been without setbacks. In the fall of '87, Questair was to experience a major setback when a fuel problem prompted the only prototype to end a routine test flight in a forced landing, thereby causing a critical delay in a project that was literally seeing blue skies. Test pilot Rich Gritter.
Well, the airplane was basically destroyed. The one wing was torn off, the other wing was crumpled, and the tail surfaces were bent up a bit. The good thing about it is that the fuselage, the cockpit where I was sitting, remained completely intact. And I think that speaks very well for the airplane, and it's fortunate for me because that's probably the reason I'm standing here today.
Oh, it's the most devastating thing that could have happened. I think ordinary people would have given up. It was right out the back door here, and as I was crossing the ramp, every step, it was just, there was nothing on my mind except we're bankrupt. By the time I had crossed the ramp, the plans were already formulating as to how we can recover from this. Because as I got to the end of the ramp, I saw that Rich was walking around, and I knew that he was okay. And within 2 hours after the crash, we had started building a replacement airplane.
Today, 8 months of intense drive, determination, and motivation later, with all the bugs worked out, Venture is flying high once again, this time faster and smoother than ever before. An airplane that opens up half of the United States to a weekend trip. It could prove to be the traveler or businessman's ticket to paradise, and to its designer, it is the ultimate answer to his customers' needs, getting from one place to another in the least amount of time, hassle, and money.
The inspiration comes from customers. Okay. And, you know, you can design anything, but the only thing that's useful is what the customer wants.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And as for starting up yet another innovative aircraft design,
startups are a very high risk. The majority don't make it. It's been a heck of an adventure.
Right now, Jim, Rich, and the entire Venture flight crew are up at Oshkosh 88 in Wisconsin. Now, that is the world's largest fly-in and the largest convention in the world. They're up there displaying the aircraft. Now, in case you're interested, the Venture costs about $49,000. As I said in the story, it is a kit, so you'll have all sorts of fun putting it together. I'll tell you, as a pilot, I really did enjoy doing this story. All the folks at Questair are super people, and we wish them the best of luck. Stay with us on PM Magazine. Coming up next, we'll discover the caves of Spain.